So a school administrator, I'll jump into an example of a school administrator role so we can see what they see. All right. And as we see on the left side, a limited menu on what they do have access to, what they can go through and add and edit under their account and under their school. All right, so if we go into events, let's go from top down. We'll see right now there's no events in here. To add a new event, we of course would click add new. The title of the event, so the title of the event as it appears under the calendar will be entered in this field as a title. I will just put testing title on here. The event time and date, sort of a simple day picker on here. If it is an all-day event, they can choose this. If not, we can choose no end time and just sort of a start date, depending on what type of event it is. Date picker on here, we would select the day of the event. We can set the time of the event. It's during the day. And this automatically has the same day. If it should end on the same day, we can select just a 2-hour event. The time zone automatically comes up Chicago, so the central time zone, in other words. We can set the repeating options. If this is a single event, we wouldn't need to select this, but if it is an event that happens more than one time, either daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, we can select it here, go through, select the day of the month that appears when we want the event to repeat. And we can apply that to this. Now, if we do have repeating, the exclude button here, you can click and then exclude the event from appearing on the calendar. And you'll want to do this for times like big normal holidays or other times that you will want to skip the normal repeating dates that you have set. Underneath that is location details. You can name the venue address, and the address you can show the Google map. The Google map will not show the, correctly unless the address is filled out. And so make sure to have the address filled out on there, and it should show up correctly. And this is the event details. After the user clicks on the calendar dates in the event, they will see these. Event costs and tickets. If there are no tickets on here, this is merely just a sort of a link and or notification of a cost of tickets. And so if you are selling externally, you can click so, and it'll give you a space for your URL. Otherwise, click on no tickets or free events if there is any option, and that will show in the detail box below in your event. If not, you can just put that information in below in the content area. Organizer contact info, if it is someone outside of the school, you can put them in there. If it's of or for your school, that you do not need to fill this out. You have the number of your school and everything else on the website. This is for extra information just on this event in particular. Down below, this is a content area that will be the detailed event description. You can enter in any custom text that you want in here. You can add images by adding media up here, and or documents if they need PDFs. You can add them by using add media. This is much like a Word or document processor where all the buttons and functionality are the same. We have your bold, italicized, your ordered lists. I would suggest probably to keep your description not too lengthy, just what you need. You can always add, as I said, links and PDFs for people to download. You can insert links for them to go. the different places for more information. And to do these, I'll go through these very quickly. To add a media, you can click on Add Media, and you can select a file. Select the file from your computer. You can then add it there. This will open up a Finder if you're on Mac, and it'll open up Explorer window if you're on Windows. Select your file. It will import into the website, and you can select it. Or if one is already on there, you can select basically an image or map or anything from that is already anywhere on the website. Insert into post. This will put your image in there. Adding text, of course, just copying, pasting, or typing. All the above works. Adding links, if it is a document or PDF, you can use the Add Media button again. You can upload your PDF, or we'll use this PDF over here as an example. Select the PDF, insert in the post, and here is a downloadable link for that PDF, as simple as that. If we needed to change the title, since that may not make sense, just click on it and then, of course, change the title as needed. The link below will remain. Adding a link to text, and so if I wanted to add a link out to an outside source, I can do this by just typing the words, highlighting the words, and then using the little link icon at the top. Copy and paste the URL here on where I want it to go to, and then hitting the apply button. Now I did put it there, so it did not apply. After these, everything is set on your events. Click your category. Your categories will be only what you are allowed to. So in this case, it would just be the ABC Academy or ACRSS categories. You can click on one or multiple, and this is where the event will show, and then click on Publish. I will not click on this since this is just a testing event. Okay, if you're responsible for employees, you would click under Employees, and you will see all the employees that are under your section. So the ABC Academy, all under here. So to edit an employee, you simply can click on the name, or to add new is at the top, right next to employees. You can click on Add New. Adding new, of course, the employee name be in the title, and so you can have employee, and this is where you can put the details. So it'll be John Doe. You can be a wizard, and then the email address. You can change it, of course, the title and email addresses accordingly, and you'll want to make sure is to hit the location. Make sure it's one or the other, but do click a location and also a department. If you do not click on one of these, they will not appear on the website correctly and be searchable from where they need to be. So please remember to check those. And then lastly, check over your work and then submit for review. Once this is reviewed, it will appear and approved and go to the website. Next, schools. We'll go ahead and leave that. All right, under schools, we have your pages on the website. You can see there's a parent page and then sort of children pages that have little dashes next to them. So underneath the parent page, we can add new pages under the parent page, or we can edit any of these pages on there. Find the page you'd like to edit and go ahead and click on that page. I will use the first or the parent page as an example. Clicking on that will bring up the WordPress editor. When we're making edits, we don't need to change necessarily the title or anything else on the page. but we can scroll down to the content editor, and this is where most or the content is on the page. We can make our corrections simply by typing in this area. And as you can see, just like we added new PDFs and links on here, you can do the same here by using Add Media or the Link tab if necessary. You can see all these are PDFs on here. Delete them, of course, you can just highlight and then hit your delete button. But to add any, you can add the same way by clicking or putting your cursor where you want to add and then clicking under Add Media. You'll see a box called AIO SEO settings. Generally, you won't need to mess with these. These are adjusted most likely by the administration and will help your search engine find your page. So you can hit this little arrow to pull that up if you want to. Now, only on parent pages, we have quick links. Now, if we were to go and find the school that we're editing, on the right side, we can see quick links on here, and there's two of them, being the cafeteria menu and the student handbook. These are located under quick links here. The cafeteria menu, you can change the name here, and the menu page is automatically selected for there. If you want to change that, you can change in the drop down and actually change it from all the pages that are on the QPS website if you want to add or change that page. To exit that, just click outside of it if you don't need to click on there. The next one is the handbook. And this links directly to the full handbook that is already on there. And that is selected on a page that's called the Student Parent Handbook page. You won't need to update this, as this should be updated from that page. But if you ever wanted to change that link, you can, just like the other one, click that arrow down and then select another page anywhere on the QPS website. To add a row or add another link to your quick link section, you can click the blue button that says Add Row. This will give you sort of a blank set here. And you can use the link name. Of course, you can type whatever you like. And if I can type very well. All right, we can do two things. We can add a resource link, and this is a direct link or URL from a different website. And so we can copy and paste that URL and paste it right here. And then that link would appear as a link right underneath your quick link section. Otherwise, just like the others we saw, we can use the page link option, and this would link to any page on the QPS website. And there are many pages on there, or you can actually start typing the name of the page that you know. So if there's a contact page, we can click under Contact Us, and it would list those. To remove a link, to the right, there's a little minus button. Click on that. It will ask you if you're sure, and then remove the row. And that's how to add things to your quick links. Now, for schools, as you can see, it has the school image, which is on the top part of the website, and then also information of the address of the school, which appears below in the title. You can change these accordingly. If the phone number does change or administrator changes, you can change that here. Also, if you want to update the photo on there, you can uncheck or remove that photo. You can add an image and it will open up the media library. Go to your section, and if you need to reselect the one, or if you need to upload a photo, you can select on Upload File and then select it from your computer to upload. Once you select the file, make sure to put an alternative text in there. The description of alternative text can be found at the link below. It is important to add the alternative text as we do want this to be accessible by people using assistive technology, and also we want it to be easily found by Google and other search engines. Once that's done, hit select, and it will appear in that area. If you want to add a logo, you can do this as well by using the same method. Click on Add Image, go through the media library, and add, and then select your photo or image that you want to put there. Now, do remember that these two sections, being the quick links and the school, are only on the parent page of your school. Also, before you hit update, remember to make sure to select the category that it applies to. In most cases, this will already be done, and you will not have to do this again. Just make sure that it is selected correctly, and then when you're done, hit the update button. All right, so also under schools, I'll go ahead and leave this for now. If you want to add a page, or let's quickly edit a page, a child page under here. If we're editing a child page, you'll notice that it just has just the content area, and we don't have the other quick links or the photo on there. The other difference is this category over here is unchecked, and that's okay. All child pages under the parent page will have the same settings as that. So if you do need to change the page, of course, just like the other one, edit your content in the content area, and then just click on update. Simple as that. Now to add a new page, I'll go from here. You'll notice the button Add New under Schools. This is a two-step process. First, we want to enter and add the new page. Of course, we'll add the new title, and this can be, whatever page title you'll want on there. And remember, this page title will appear not only in the menu here, but also at the top here. So make sure it makes sense when you do create the title. Add your content, like we described before, images, links, etc., anything you want in there. And then hit publish. Now, when it does publish, it still will not show in the links here. And so we have to do one more step. After this is published, we need to scroll down, and then we need to edit the menu, navigational menu. So let me publish this just to show you what that process looks like. All right, once this is published, we'll say post published, and we scroll down to the navigational menu, your current one will be selected. Go ahead and click on Edit Menu. All right. Now, two things will appear on here. One, we'll need to select the correct menu that we want to edit for now. Now, Rooney is on here, but we'll go up to the ABC Academy, and we'll want to hit Select. From top to bottom is the same menu you will see from left to right on your page. To add the current page that you just saved to the menu, you will have to do this process one time. For a new user, every user has a custom interface. And at the very top Under Screen Options, click on Screen Options. You will see lots of post types up here. What you'll want to select is Schools. Now, at the time of this recording, you'll need to do this just one time. If you get in and it's already selected for you and you see it below where I'm about to show you, then you won't have to do this step. But as we scroll down to the left, we now see Schools down in the Add Menu items. If you do not see Schools in the left under Menu Items, please do that process that we just talked about, which is just opening up the Screen Options menu and selecting the checkbox next to Schools. All right, since we added a page to Schools, we open up that and we see our testing page right there. By selecting that and then hitting Add to Menu, it will add that page now to the menu at the bottom. Now this is a click and drag interface, and so we want to put that testing page either first or change the order. We can simply drag it up and down the page as we needed. I dropped it just under ABC Academy. If I were to publish that, that would appear under the dropdown under About ABC Academy. If I move it up to the top, it will appear to the left. And so it'll be the first item on this. As you can see, the slight indentation will show that it's a drop down of the one above. So as I'm moving and dragging it along here, you can see if I did want to put an indentation here, it will be then a drop down of the ABC Academy staff. To save this, where I put it, there's a button at the top right and bottom called Save Menu. Click on that and it is saved and your new page is published. To remove a page, first select from the menu. When you want to edit the menu, click on this little triangle. That'll open up the options and there's a red remove button. Click on remove and then click Save Menu again. Also, the same process goes for removing a page. So if we go back to our school menu and we want to get rid of a page that we've created or that exists that we no longer need, if we hover over the title, we can hit trash. And that removes the page. That sort of ends the examples of what you can change on your page for editing and adding school pages, also employees, and adding events.